we interrupt your regular YouTube viewing for the absolutely, completely random podcast with Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, January 26, 2019. No, my cold/allergies have not gotten better. Yes, my voice is still going in and out. Yes, I have a large drink of Dr. Pepper, and no, it's not really helping that much. I don't know what the deal is with my allergies or my cold. I'm getting pissed off at it either way, because it's driving me up a tree. But the show must go on regardless if I'm sick or not. So, what do I have to talk about this week? Well, if you were looking forward to having some of those lovely conversation hearts this year, after the company got bought out by another one that was saved at the last minute, sadly, their saving of that did not come in time to help them. I'm going to be upset this year. Believe it or not, there's going to be a Marvel superhero exhibit coming to the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Seriously, that's going to be massively cool. Rumors of a new Dragon Ball Super series are inaccurate, according to Toei. Of course they are. Remember that infant Hiei that we saw in an episode of Yu Yu Hakusho? Well, if you liked it so much you thought it was cute and cuddly, good news for you, it's gotten a plush toy treatment. You know that wild stunt-performing Otter Mascot Cheetan? Well, it got fired after complaints, and that's actually kind of a funny/sad story. And something that has been massively going wild on the internet that you just knew I had to talk about. Metroid Prime 4 is going back to the beginning. No, I don't mean that the game's going back to the beginning. I mean that they're going back to start development from scratch. Holy crap. That's huge news here, folks. Huge. All this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Before we go any further, you know the song and dance. If you followed my show and you subscribe, you listen all the time, you know the song and dance by now. So sing along with me. ARHOADS-2012. That's my eBay page. Come check it out, and you can find some weird stuff. Sorry, I was actually starting to sing there. I have a lot of weird stuff. I am adding new stuff up slowly. It is going slowly because my cold has been kicking my ass, and work has been kicking my ass because my hours and my shifts keep changing on me all the damn time. One time I'm working day shift, then I'm working night shift, then I'm back to day shift again. It's confusing, to say the least. But yes, the new stuff is coming. It's just coming slower than I would like it to be. I do apologize for that. But anyway, if you're interested in what I have to sell, check it out. It's all up on eBay. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page, and on Twitter at Otaku Roads, because I always am on Twitter. I'm on Twitter more than I'm on Facebook, but I'm on both. Either way. Alright, so let's talk about how my week went. Boring, dull, had to work Tuesday night, somewhat dull, boring, very boring. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Now, it's basically just one of those weeks. Yeah, I had a fun little incident with a printer this week, because I got my W-2 electronically, ironically, and then it came in the mail. And the next day, literally. And I went to print it out, and I was thinking, did it come the next day? It was it came yesterday, and that would have been Friday. And I did this, that would have been Tuesday that I found out I could get it electronically. So it came a couple days later in the mail. But I'm like, I can print it out, it's just as good. So I go to print it out, and my printer decides, oh, yeah, I'm going to screw with you. And it cuts off half of it. It doesn't cut off the half that's got my fucking social security number on it, so I had to, as I usually put it, destroy it without any evidence. Because I am not going to get identity thefted. So what I did was I took the pieces of paper, I wrapped them up in a couple pieces of paper towel. Basically, I think it was like 3 or 4 pieces of paper towel, so that way it was completely covered. And I took it outside and I lit it on fire, because fire will destroy it. It destroys it completely. Well, apparently somebody must have complained to the local fire department that somebody was outside burning. Granted, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm quickly doing this because, hey, it's dark. I'll be able to see any little speckles of light on a dark surface. And they complained to the local fire department. So I had a lovely little talk with them. They weren't too happy about it, though they understood it then, and I didn't get in any trouble, happily, but they just calmly reminded me that there is no burning allowed between certain hours. Please do not do that again. I got off with a nice little warning, so that was nice. It was fun. So I had to do that. Worked Tuesday night, so that was fun. Yeah, that was pretty much my entire week. I gotta work, this is going up on a Sunday, so I'm working tonight. And then I'm working Monday night as we're doing inventory. Sunday nights at one store and Monday nights at another, at the store that I work at. So that's 2 nights of inventory that I get to look forward to and 2 nights that have been taken from me. But that's fine. Hopefully I'll be able to find out what my schedule is then for the rest of the week. God hoping. Because I'd like to know what I'm getting into, and schedule wasn't up when I went to work on Tuesday night, and I didn't have to work Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, so I don't know. I'd like to know, but I don't know. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, and it's stupid at the same time, but it does make sense. So there is that. What else kind of happened this week? Nothing else, I guess, really happened. It's just been one of those dull, boring weeks. You know, you have them from time to time, but yeah, that's pretty much my entire week. Got in trouble with the local fire department, got a nice little warning from them. My taxes are hopefully getting taken care of, which I'm looking forward to hopefully getting, some of my money back. Of course, it's just going to pay more bills anyway then, so it's not really like I'm going to get to go wild and lavish or anything, but there is that. But yeah, it's been a dull, boring week. I did record 2 rant videos, so those are coming up. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for submitting your questions for this month's Q&A. I am planning, so long as nothing happens to interfere with this, planning to record it Tuesday night. As I said, I have to work Sunday night and I have to work Monday night. I was hoping to record it Sunday night and then put it up Monday morning, but I got screwed on that end. Thank you, work. So that didn't really help much. Otherwise, I know for a fact that I'm hoping anyway, I'll be able to record it Tuesday night and I can put it up either Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. So it will be up before the end of the month. I promise that. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get it done. I can't even begin to tell you. So thank you everybody for submitting your questions. And I will announce, as I'll figure it out before I record it, when the next Q&A video will be for February, since February is one of those weird months that has less days in it than all the other months. Yeah, it's always fun. But anyway, let's get into the podcast. Let's get going, because my voice is starting to want to go out and I want to get some sleep. So let's get into this, shall we? Alright, so let's start off with some sad news for this Valentine's season. You know those Sweethearts candy, the little conversation ones that have the little words on it? Really tiny. Some people swear they taste like chalk, but I like them. They're really delicious. Well, last year, the company announced that, hey, we're closing up. And we're like, no! Yes, it was the Nico plant. They shut down and sold their brands last year. And so many people were upset about this. I'm like, oh my God, it's the end of this. I'm never going to get to have these again. And a company did come out and they got bought happily. It was a Spangler Candy Company bought it. Unfortunately, and now, first off, they did buy both the Sweethearts and the Nico wafers. So for those of you that like Nico wafers, they are coming back. Unfortunately, Spangler didn't get everything in time to make them for Valentine's Day, which sucks. So here's what happened. So in Revere, Massachusetts, that's a funny coincidence. Valentine's Day is quickly approaching. If you were planning to give your family and friends the iconic conversation heart candies, yeah, it's time to break your heart, unfortunately. You're going to have to find something else since the Nico plant shut down last year. Like I said, they sold their brands off. Spangler Candy Company bought them. You know, it's the little hearts is like, I love you, cutie pie, ooh la la, you know, you are great, or, you know, stuff like that. It's really cute and stupid at the same time, but they are so damn good. Unfortunately, they didn't get them out in time for the Valentine's season this year. But they did say, and Spangler did say this, they will be launched in time for the 2020 Valentine's season. So we just lose a year, but it'll make us want them more. They're the iconic brands of the Sweethearts and the Nico wafers that 100-year plus histories, and Spangler bought them because, honestly, you don't just kill something. This would be like Coca-Cola going out of business. And I don't see that happening. They sell too much stuff. But many people have memories of sorting through the box of Sweethearts to find just the right message to share. I have memories of downing an entire bag in one night while watching TV and being on my laptop. And then I also have memories of downing an entire bag with a can of Lay's Stacks as a chaser with Lay's Stacks and a Dr. Pepper chaser while watching the DVD. So yes, I have fond memories of them. So basically, they're not going to be out this year, but we are going to get them next year, which is fine. It's still disappointing, especially when you see kids in stores. They're like, I want I want those little candy hearts. They're not going to be out this year. So you imagine all the parents that have to explain to their kids why. Just tell them, look, the new company that got them couldn't get them out in time this year, honey. That's all there is to it. And technically, I feel sorry for them because you figure Spangler is the ones that are really hurting the most on this because this was a humongous season. They could have made a crap ton of money. It's like, look, we're going to take a massive hit here because we couldn't get these out in time. So they know their first quarter profits are going to suck because of that. It's like, look, we couldn't get them out. We didn't have the timing. We didn't have the people, the facility. We didn't have enough time to mass produce them for 2019 Valentine's season. And I wouldn't doubt it because when memory serves, I talked about this. The Sweethearts and Nico wafers from the New England Confectionery Company, the Nico. Oh, okay, I get Necco. I just figured that out. What would you call that? You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, I talked about this last year that they were closing up. And that was in I think June or July. So you figure till all the legal BS was done, till all the final drafts and ink was dry on all the contracts and agreements, and all the formulas were passed over, it was probably December. That was literally their Christmas present. And then it's like, shit, Valentine's Day's in 2 months. Well, we're fucked. Yeah, we're screwed. That's all there is to it. They ain't coming out this year. We're going to work on it for next year. Damn, we got boned. And it's true. I mean, stuff like that does happen. But still, I mean, it is kind of sad. But, so, yeah. So if you were looking forward to them this year, unfortunately, they're not coming out due to that reason. It's still sad, I know, but hey, it could be worse. They could not be coming at all. We just have to wait a year. I know patience is a virtue, but I don't have much when it comes to these, but I just have to wait a year. All right, I'll wait a year. But they better be just as damn good tasting as they were last time. I better have damn good memories of them. I mean, I'm not going to pay the 48 grand somebody was charging for a bag from last year that was up on eBay. Kind of makes me wish I should have did that myself, but I eat them too fast. They would have never survived. Oh well. You're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. The only podcast where I can talk for an entire hour and nobody ever tells me to shut up. You people are out there, right? So do you like Marvel? Do you like Spider-Man, Black Panther, Iron Man, all the fun things? Well, the Marvel superheroes are coming to an exhibit at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. So superheroes are headed to the Franklin Institute. It's an exhibit of Marvel Universe superheroes honoring the 80 years of the comic book company. Man, if only Stan Lee could have been alive to see this. He would have loved it. It includes some of Marvel's most iconic costumes, props, and original arts. It's 15,000 square. It's a 15,000 square foot exhibit, and it traces the story of Marvel and its influences on visual culture, including telling the stories of characters such as Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Doctor Strange. Like nobody saw the movies. Costumes on display will include those worn by Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, in Marvel's Black Panther, Chris Hemsworth, who played Thor in Marvel's Thor: The Dark World, plus Captain America's costume worn by, again, Chris Evans. Yay! It also pays tribute to Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Steve Ditko, the creators behind many of Marvel's famous heroes. Like I said, Stan Lee would have loved the crap out of this. Oh, man. The exhibit's going to open up April 13th and run through September 2nd. So if you're planning a trip to Philadelphia, to see some of the many, many sights that Philadelphia has, that god-awful Rocky statue, or the zoo, or a massive roadway system that is more confusing than you could ever imagine. Oh, there's also the Liberty Bell. I forgot about that. And I think there's a horse track somewhere in Philadelphia, too. I think there's a racetrack, too. So I guess that counts. But yes, you'll be able to go check this out. So it's kind of a cool idea. But at the same time, it's just going to make... It sucks for a few reasons. Because I kind of feel sorry that, Stan Lee couldn't be here to see this. He would have loved the crap out of this. That would have been cool. He probably would have been there opening weekend or opening day saying Excelsior to everybody that walked in, giving free autographs. I guarantee it. It's just sad, though, that this is just going to, it's going to be cool. But at the same time, you're going to have the people that grew up watching these characters, reading about them, watching their cartoons, watching their shows, buying their stuff. And then you're just going to remember, the main person that was the face of Marvel, that if you instantly thought Marvel, his face and his name were the first ones that come up, that he's gone, it's going to bring some sadness to it, too. But either way, if you're in the Philadelphia area, go check out the Franklin Institute. Last time I was there, I was in 5th grade. That was actually kind of a fun little visit. See how the human brain works. Saw something on William Penn. A whole bunch of stuff you can do there. That's where I got my idea for time travel. Seriously, I did. They have this giant pendulum set up with a whole bunch of dominoes underneath it, that every hour on the hour it proves the Earth rotates because the domino moves in front of the swinging pendulum. And truth be told, I got my idea for time travel. It really is. I'm serious. But anyway, it sounds really cool. You can go check out a lot of this cool stuff. It's like a nice little Marvel-ish museum, which, like I said, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. I don't know how much this thing's going to cost. It's probably going to be an arm and a leg, knowing our lucks. But, it's not a bad thing. And if you're in the mood to go check out some Marvel stuff, swing by the Philadelphia Franklin Institute. Because, hey, why not? They got to get some people in there. You can't teach history forever. Got to get some fresh shit in there, too. Because, flying a kite into a lightning storm is not going to keep bringing people into a building. Alright, so for those Dragon Ball Super fans and the Dragon Ball fans that have basically been salivating and getting chubbies over the Super Broly movie, which I'm not going to go see at all, and I have my reasons why, and I've said my reasons, and I've said my piece on this. Well, rumors of a new Dragon Ball Super series, yeah, according to Toei, that's 100% BS. Figures. Anyway, with Super Broly becoming the massive hit that it is, I mean, people are literally dropping so much money to see that. It's made shit tons of money. Now, how accurate that is, I don't know. I think some of it's overblown hype, but you never know. It's become a massive hit. You think that folks at Toei would be gearing up for some more super action. A report from cartoon industry news site World Screen posted that Toei was preparing to create new episodes of Dragon Ball Super, which ended its 131 episode run back in March of last year. But put the brakes on that for a moment, because Toei says no way in hell, folks. The folks over at Anime News Network got in touch with the company, who denied the rumors that they are doing this. But they also left open the possibility of future development, saying the report was inaccurate at this moment. Well, of course you're going to make a freaking continuation. You still have the manga series that's going on. You got Broly's movie here that came out that you can now throw into the series and make everything canon with each other. You have so much going on, but look at the formula that they did for the last one. It was Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, then Dragon Ball Super came out. So this one's Super, Dragon Ball Super. You got the Broly movie, then whatever they're going to come out with next, then the continuation of Super. Because then they're going to have a few dozen chapters of the manga going that they can draw the inspiration from. It's like, hey, here we go. Done. Yeah, we're good. And that's what it is. However, over on comicbook.com, Kof Outlaw has a piece up contemplating what exactly that form might be. The premise is that DB has become a full fan service franchise, and that future installments might help define what exactly true DB canon is. We all remember my nerd fight that I got into over this is not canon, Minus is not canon, yet now Minus is officially canon, which pisses me off because it retcons an entire origin just to suit the fans. And that's what always pisses me off with this. Fans have been complaining for years that Goku is just a hillbilly Superman. He could have drawn, Akira Toriyama could have just drawn inspiration from Superman, but no, now it's a flat-out clone of Superman. I mean, we're literally ripping off Superman 2 here. I actually had to ask my one coworker who knows comic books which Superman movie they're knocking off. It's Superman 2, only instead of the 3, other Kryptonians, we got 1. So let's face it, folks, we got a Superman 2 ripoff in the form of Dragon Ball. I think there are still the fans out there that don't like the fact that Super Broly is completely canon. I don't mind that Broly's canon to the series, he deserves it. But retconning an entire origin, I don't care if you didn't like it or not. Retconning the origin story of your main character is a dick move, Toriyama, and I will always say that. That being said, I'm still out. You can come out with a whole bunch of new Dragon Ball related content, I'm out. My coworkers can talk about it, that's fine. I'll be more than happy to chip in my 2 cents on what I think is cool or not from it, but I'm out watching it because I don't care. You don't care about the fans anymore if you literally just retcon the origin story like that. You could wake up one morning and decide, you know what? Goku's going to be from a dog race. Well, then there goes the entire Saiyans turning into monkeys. Oh, no, it's all retcon now again. That's my issue with that. So for those of you that were hoping that Dragon Ball Super was coming back after the Broly movie was done and over with, sad to say no, but at least it's not dead in the water. Though according to Toei, it's dead in the water for now. At this moment, they have no plans to continue, but hey, you never know. It doesn't mean that down the road they won't decide, hey, we better do something about this and put on some new stuff because, yeah, it might be a little better. Yeah, it makes sense too. I mean, but yeah, it does.
This is Professor Sherman T. Clump, and you're listening to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast, only on YouTube. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta get back to the kitchen and get back to my sandwich. It's a very special sandwich. Welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Well, okay, you're already listening to the podcast if you're hearing me. But anyway, the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast is a podcast that I put up here every Sunday on YouTube, where I talk about topics and articles that I find throughout the entire week. So, if you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're brought up to date with all my videos, including Andrew Rants and Andrew's Theories. I also do some reviews from time to time, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, let me know, and don't forget to hit that lovely subscribe button.
Alright, so let's go back a bit in time. Back to when Yu Yu Hakusho was the thing. Back to when we were learning more about the characters during the Three Kings arc and basically the lead up to that massive tournament that ended the series. Do you remember that cute little bundle of joy wrapped up in that blanket with the little jewels sticking out and all the symbol seals written around him? Well, if you do, that was infant Hiei. Yes, that's right, the cute little infant Hiei. Well, now you too can own cute little infant Hiei as a plushie. So, it's kind of interesting. But there's a Japanese slang term called kimi or kimokawa, which combines gross with cute. And they think that this defines this new toy. Yeah, I don't. It's kind of just cute and adorable. Created in the shape of Hiei when he was a Kimikawa baby, the plushie is available for pre-order until February 12th and ships out on sometime in May, going for 6,500 yen or about $60 American. That's a hell of a lot for a plushie. It comes with a replica of Hiei's tear necklace. Yes, the necklace that his mother shed upon giving birth to him. For anyone who missed out on Yu Yu Hakusho back in the day, here's a description of the very first volume, which basically is the premise for the series. Kid, basically saves the life of this other little kid, dies, and is given a chance to remorse, which he does, and proves he's a good person. Then he starts fighting demons and dead things and other stuff. It's a good series. I recommend it. But it's kind of cool that you got infant Hiei as a plushie. That's just neat. I mean, that's cool. It's plushie, it's infant Hiei. I mean, I could see somebody looking at that wanted to have this, I could train, I could tame him, I could keep him calm. And you're just going to have somebody that's just going to collect this for their Yu Yu Hakusho collection and go, see, you have a nice home. Now all they need to do is come out with a small nine-tailed fox of Karamba, and yeah, then you pretty much got it. Once you do that, then you're set. That toy company could write any check they want, and that'd be good. But $60, that's a little high. I mean, we're not talking a Furby here. That'd be like the going price for a Furby when those little bastards were popular. This ain't a Furby. This ain't a Tickle Me Elmo. And this sure as hell ain't a My Buddy Cabbage Patch Kid or anything. No. This is a plushie of an anime character that might creep out people. Then again, it'd be perfect. You can get your $60 worth of fun. Just borrow a baby stroller. Pop little infant Hiei plushie into the baby stroller, and you will get your $60 worth of fun walking around town all day long. Better yet, just go to a park. That'll scare the living shit out of people. They'll see that go, ah! And run like hell. Oh, that'd be funny. But yeah, so if that's something that you find interesting, and if you're into that, well, good news. $60, you can pre-order it now. It's going to ship it out in May. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Interesting, weird, but then again, so was Hiei. I mean, he was this massive badass. He was the one that controlled the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. He had the Jagan Eye. He was one of the 3 strongest characters in the show. Yes, if you want to go power-wise, I honestly think Yoko Kurama was stronger than Hiei. Mostly because Yusuke could kick both their asses. Kurama could have beaten Hiei if he actually would have tried. And Hiei just had power. That was it. Otherwise, like I said, Kurama would have kicked his ass. Yusuke could kick his ass and Kurama's ass. Yeah, Hiei was the 3rd most powerful. End of discussion. So, I mean, it stands to reason you might want the little plushie of him. It'd probably be pretty cool. Personally, I wouldn't want it. It's a little too creepy for me. But then again, yeah, if I had the extra $60 to blow, I would probably blow it on it. You never know. It's certainly not going to be a Kingdom Hearts key from an Ambassador Hotel in Disney's Tokyo, resort, where you got to spend $440-something just to get a key you're going to sell for $600 on eBay. That was a callback to last week, by the way. Watch my podcast. Listen to last week's podcast. You'll get the joke. But seriously, though, yeah, $60 for a plushie is really astronomical. I don't think I've ever paid that much for anything that's soft and furry. Okay, so this Otter Mascot thing. I remember there being a joke about this a while back where this one company got themselves a mascot because their business was going downhill fast. And it was a parody of this, I guess. But the wild stunt performing Otter Mascot, Cheetan, has been fired. And yeah, I'm a little confused by this myself, personally. So here's the thing. So it's not easy, apparently, being a regional mascot, which is something that the wild otter, known as Cheetan, now knows all too well. Originally came on board as a PR mascot for Susaki City due to a real otter's popularity. And she went to work alongside the current official mascot, Shinjuku-kun. Cheetan soon declared herself the city's tourism ambassador, but the way she went about her duties apparently caused quite a stir among certain locals. Yeah, so here's where the story starts getting a little weird here. So if you're unfamiliar with the antics of this otter mascot, you have to see them for yourselves. They usually involve her bouncing around a room on a trampoline, or attempting, and always failing, mind you, to do some kind of ridiculous stunt on a treadmill. They're amazing, she's amazing, but apparently not amazing enough. Yeah. But you take a moment, though, to peruse her official Twitter account, but try not to get too sad when you remember she got canned just for being who she is. Cheetah's popularity skyrocketed in Susaki City. Citizens started to second guess how good she is at representing the city and its people. Over 100 complaints were reportedly filed in City Hall, leading city officials to end their relationship with the beloved otter. I want to know who the 100 people are that are complaining. This is a mascot. There's a person in the costume. Just tell them to stop acting stupid and you have no issue. Thankfully, though, while speaking with the mascot's agency, so the mascot's agency confirmed that Cheetan is still on good terms with the city, perhaps now more than ever, is the perfect time for a little self-reflection. I'm just, I don't know. But anyway, they're also ending this with, or could this all just be part of one massive joke? Either way, they're going to be following Cheetan into the sunset. I just want to ask this question, because this topic got my attention for multiple reasons. One, it's a mascot! I don't see a mascot acting idiotic on purpose. They're not sentient. There's a person inside of it that you, the outsider, can control by telling them to stop acting stupid. This ain't like Disney World mascots where they have to be happy. They have to follow you. It's part of the rules. They could have easily told this otter, stop acting stupid. We don't want you giving our town a bad reputation. It's an otter. It's a costume. At this point, I don't think it's going to hurt your town's reputation. If getting this mascot didn't hurt your reputation, having the mascot doing stupid things is certainly not going to hurt your reputation. I just can't figure this out. You have the opportunity here to basically have a mascot to come into your city and help bring tourism, help bring new things and new structure. And you basically figure this to be, well, while we like this idea, we don't like this idea. Then why did you do it in the first place? I mean, I'm thinking this is one gigantic publicity stunt, to be honest with you, to get people to demand that the otter come back. Because 100 people complained? 100 people? No offense to the great people of Susaki City, but I know for a fact that 100 people complaining to City Hall ain't gonna do shit. I had a classmate that wanted to file a complaint with our small local town. Got 100 signatures from students. I didn't even get her ass in the front door. 100 complaints? Seriously? Over an otter, a costume, a mascot. Seriously? Yeah, I'm thinking this is just a publicity stunt, to be honest with you. But it's caught my attention because it's just so stupid. I've heard of firing people for being idiotic, but firing a person for literally doing what you're paying them to do boggles my mind. You're paying the mascot to act stupid and be cute. You're paying the mascot to be the mascot, to be their personality. You can control that personality. Or did that part skip your minds? Seriously, though, I'm mind blown by this. I think it's really stupid. I think it's a publicity stunt, and it's not a good one. This is what you call a piss poor publicity stunt, and that's exactly what it is. But who knows? Maybe it'll improve. Maybe things will get better. I don't know. Maybe. Who the hell knows? Honestly, I have no idea. Freaking Otter Mascot, seriously?
The Absolutely Completely Random podcast is taking a very short break. I need to stretch and do a couple other things. I'll be right back. If you're looking for collectibles, oddities, things you just don't ever see anywhere else, or that you want to have for conversation starters, check out A Roads 2012 on eBay. I've got a tremendous amount of stuff. And, well, I'm A Roads 2012. I'm also Andrew Rhodes, the host of the Absolutely Completely Random podcast, Andrew Rants and Andrew's Theories, here on YouTube. So make sure you check out A Roads 2012 on eBay for all your trading card needs. And other oddities, too. You never know. I might have something that might just interest you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can put down the remote and don't click off the browser. We're back! I told you it wouldn't take long.
Alright, it usually sucks when a video game is delayed. It sucks even more when it changes studios and everything goes to hell in a handbasket. It sucks even more when it's a game people have been waiting for years. But if you're a fan of Metroid Prime and you were looking forward to Metroid Prime 4 for the Nintendo Switch, real sad news got announced this week, but at the same time, really impressed the hell out of people. So this is going to take some explanation. So Metroid Prime 4 is the next game, I'm assuming, in this line. I don't know if they're pulling a Kingdom Hearts here or not. But I just, it's one of those strange things. So what exactly is it that is so weird? Well, apparently they're taking this back to formula. The developers basically stated that they are developing the fourth installment, restarting the development, I should say, from scratch. Metroid Prime 4 was announced back in 2017. At the time, details were scant and only the logo was shown. Nintendo did reveal that development was being led by Metroid Prime series producer Kensuke Tanabe with a talented new development team. Well, I guess that new development team must not have gone too well. According to Takahashi, the current development status of the game is very challenged. This is why Nintendo decided to have Tanabe work with Retro Studio on the game, rebooting the development from scratch. And Nintendo put up an entire video on YouTube explaining this. And honestly, kudos to them for doing that. Seriously, kudos on that because, I mean, it's just, it's huge. It really is. It's going to be a long road, though, until the next update. The development process is going to be time-consuming. It's going to be extensive. And you're just going to have to wait longer. While fans are not too pleased with this, and yeah, I can understand why, Nintendo delaying this could actually be a bad thing. So, they reboot. So, with them rebooting this, they tapped Retro Studios to restart the project, and it's actually a good thing. Honestly, because this is proving to them that they have standards that they refuse to basically throw out into the woodwork. They're not going to up and throw something that they think is half-assed when they want to come out with perfection. Which is fine, because that's what Nintendo should be striving for with their games, perfection. Apparently, though, like I was stating, the current development progress had not reached the standards that they were seeking in a sequel to the Metroid Prime series, according to Takahashi. It was a development update video posted on YouTube. Nintendo always strives for the highest quality in our games. I could tell you a few people that would question that, but sure, we'll go with that. And the development phase And in the development phase, we challenge ourselves and confront whether the game is living up to that quality on a daily basis. So apparently, Metroid Prime 4 was not, basically, it wasn't cutting the mustard. So they decided to re-examine the development structure itself and change it. Specifically, they've asked producer Kensuke Tanabe to work in trust and collaboration with the studio that developed the original Metroid Prime series, Retro Studios, here in the United States, and restart the development from the beginning by collaborating and developing with Retro Studios. They believe they can make this game something that will meet the fans' expectations. So basically, like I said, they realized, oh my god, this game is crap. And a good example is, with the debacle of video games that we've had lately, this is actually a good thing. So let's, examine this for a moment. We had that horrific train wreck that was Fallout 76. That was a complete nightmare. You had several PC games last year that were garbage, but a lot of the stuff that came out that was pure crap when Fallout came out before Fallout 76, and once Fallout 76 hit, they were wiped out from under the rug. It's like, okay, nobody remembers us anymore. We can roll with this now. Nobody remembers us. And Nintendo doesn't want that to happen with them, especially a game that they're going to be charging full price for and is a sequel. Nintendo probably looked at this like, we don't need a Bethesda this. We don't want a Bethesda this. That'll kill us. They go on to say that they did not make this decision lightly. The change essentially means restarting development from the beginning, so the completion of the game will be delayed from our initial internal plan. They strongly recognize this delay will come as a disappointment to the fans, but then again, if you're going to make the game better, I don't think the fans are going to care. So at E3 2018, Nintendo did not showcase the game, instead saying it did not want to repeatedly tease fans until the game was closer to completion. Oh, good. Don't blue ball us. That's a good starting point. Striving for the highest quality. Like I said, there are a few games where that is questionable, but sure, we'll go with that. So originally Nintendo said it was using a new development team to handle the development of Metroid Prime. Reports later indicated Bandai Namco was involved in the project. Yeah. Bandai Namco. The people who brought you Sword Art Online Integral Factor, Digimon Links, Digimon Heroes, which they promptly killed once Digimon Links was coming out. And so many other games. Yeah, they apparently were rumored to have their hands in this cookie jar. Okay, sure. But yeah, Nintendo did the right thing, saying that, hey, look, the game's not going to be ready. We have to delay it because it's not meeting our standards. If it's not meeting our standards, it's not going to meet your standards, and we want it to meet your standards. That's a good thing. So they, like I said, they're not half-assing it. They're not screwing it up. They're not basically effing this thing in the A here. However, on the same side of that coin, which there's always two sides to every coin, they're basically looking at this like, yeah, but you still basically had a game that was unplayable, and instead of just releasing it, you realized, well, if we do this, the fans are going to riot. We'll lose money. So what's the worst we could do? Well, if we take it back to formula, it may not cost us as much in the long run. Yeah, let's take it back to formula. That way we don't lose our ass on this deal. So, yeah, Nintendo did the right thing here. I'm not going to lie. Flat out, they made the right call. But fans are not going to be happy about it. But I think they'll understand because of all of the stuff that went on with this, all the background stuff. I think the fans will understand, at least for the long run, okay, this was an issue, but we took care of it. This was a problem, but again, it's being taken care of. And the fact that you have the original studio that did Metroid Prime to begin with, back in the saddle, as it were, for this one, that does equal some really good ideas. that this one could be much better, that we should have just did this from the start. What Nintendo's probably thinking, yeah, we should have just done this from the start and been done with it. Why didn't we? We're idiots. And truth of the matter is, I would agree on that. So, if you were looking forward, like I said, to Metroid Prime 4 coming out, you got to wait a little bit longer due to the fact that it's going to be delayed a while since they have to take everything back to formula. Wow. Back to formula. E equals MC screwed, huh?
The Absolutely Completely Random podcast is brought to you by electricity. Because without it, I wouldn't be able to record anything on my laptop because my battery requires it in order to run and it needs electricity to recharge. Yeah, I know. But I can't get a water wheel in my room.
Holy crap, I have a bonus topic of the week. And this one is some weak sauce here. Holy crap, this is some weak-ass sauce from GameStop. Yeah, it's good old GameStop. Still chugging along with that overpowered diesel engine that they're throwing the retro games and coal into just to try to get moving another foot in an hour and a half. Well, apparently, that was kind of a stupid one, but that was pretty funny. Apparently, GameStop is canceling Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation 4 Pro pre-orders. And I can hear a lot of you going, alright, what's the deal? What did they do wrong this time? Well, a lot apparently. So, players and customers are claiming that their pre-orders for the limited edition Kingdom Hearts 3 themed PlayStation 4 Pro console are being axed by GameStop and they're not happy. Well, no shit, I wouldn't be too pleased with that either. Apparently, GameStop oversold their inventory, and apparently, according to a statement, they will not be getting any more from the company. Yeah. At least that's what they were telling people. Let's see, what's something on here. Yeah. They would not be receiving any more. Yeah, where was it? Okay, I just read. Okay, so yeah, we will not be receiving any more from Sony. The account later clarified, and this was their official Twitter account, by the way. Later clarified that GameStop oversold on the pre-orders for the limited edition KH3 PS4 Pro, and unfortunately, some orders had to be canceled. Guests who had their orders canceled received a $25 gift card or gift coupon. Ooh! I can't get my PS4 Pro, and my game is a bundle with the limited edition PlayStation 4 Pro Kingdom Hearts style console, but I got a $25 gift card or gift coupon. Whoa! This came from Kotaku. Kotaku did receive an update from GameStop claiming that basically GameStop's statement to them echoed and confirmed everything on their customer service Twitter account. Basically copy and paste. Unfortunately, they did have to cancel a few customer pre-orders of the limited edition KH3 PS4 Pro console due to overselling the number of units they had in their inventory. They notified those customers impacted, refunded them their money, and gave them a $25 GameStop credit for them to use online for their next purchase. Like they're going to buy anything from you again. Hey, look, I just pre-ordered a console. Instantly revoked. Canceled? No, I really wanted that. Like one customer did, who, and I quote up here, because this one was really good here. Let's see here. A Kingdom Hearts fan who contacted Kotaku said they had pre-ordered the KH3 PS4 Pro as a replacement for their current console. And they quote, I had an original PS4. I wanted a PS4 Pro. The price of the limited edition was a great price too. And I dropped Mayo on my PS4 last year, so I also needed a replacement. This fan was excited for their copy of KH3. As well, they've been playing Kingdom Hearts since 2002, initially for the Final Fantasy characters, and they fell in love with the game. Having their pre-order canceled has left them feeling frustrated. Frustrated wouldn't be my first choice. I'd be on customer service bitching and complaining, and I would probably be saying a few words that would make a sailor blush with shame. I don't want store credit, nor the refund, they said. I'm aiming for my order to be corrected, but all I can do is put pressure in GameStop. Yeah, good luck with that. They're basically going to tell you no, 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 no. I mean, this is how this goes. A lot of these places, if it's a pre-order, they will only get a certain amount for the pre-order. That's a given. However, if it's something like this, I'm pretty sure they could have gotten a few more from Sony and said, hey, we oversold on ours. People really wanted it. Can we get a few more to cover it? Like, we need like maybe an extra 50 to 60 more. Can you supply us with that for ours? I don't think there would have been an issue with that. Probably would have, but I don't see it being much of one, because that would have been money going into Sony's pocket, which they desperately need. So, yeah, I find this one heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. I feel for the people. I really do. But, oh, God, I mean, that's just painful. I mean, you want to play your game, you want to have it, and then literally to find out, well, no, you're not going to get to play it now. You're not going to get to, get your limited edition console. You're not getting the game with it, and your order's been refunded. I mean, you at least got your money back, but that's a hollow victory. I mean, you buy this, you pre-order because you want it. You don't pre-order it in the hopes of, well, I'll get my money back if they cancel the pre-order. No! I would want my item regardless. But that's just me. I don't know. But either way, it's still heartbreaking. It really is. And I feel for the people. I really do. Hopefully, maybe Best Buy will have one or something you can pre-order from them. I mean, how come GameStop didn't just go to some of their competitors and say, hey, you guys got any extra that you didn't sell pre-order-wise? We'll take them. We got screwed. And they probably would have got some from them, like a little bit of cross-shipping here. I don't think would have killed them. But either way, it's still painful. It really is. I feel for them. I really, really do. I feel for them.
The Absolutely Completely Random Podcast will be right back. Right after I make a Dr. Pepper run. And a few other runs. Hey, I'm human.
Alrighty, folks, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Before I completely lose my voice, I have had a lot of fun. It's been a great week. I'm hoping that it's been a great podcast. I shouldn't really say great week. It's been a great podcast. And hopefully this coming week will be somewhat peaceful, because I don't think I could take much more. Hopefully it'll be a little warm, but I doubt that, because apparently my area is looking forward to getting the residue or the leftovers from hell freezing over in the Midwest. Yay! That's going to be fun. But basically, yeah, it's going to be one of those weeks. But don't forget, if you have a topic you'd like me to talk about, feel free to plop it up onto either my Facebook page, the Web Designer 18 Facebook page, or shoot it up on my Twitter page. Don't forget, you can also put it in the discussion section here on my YouTube channel, and you can also email it to the podcast email, acrpodcast@gmail.com. All lowercase, all one word. Yep. So, that's about it. So, thank you all for hanging out for this. I have no idea, about an hour? Give or take. Thanks for hanging out. And until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes. I will see you all in February, because this is the last Saturday of January. Thank God. January's been too miserable. Come on, February. Let's get this thing started. 1 month down. 11 more to go.